All right. It's your boys. We back. Risk Takers Podcast presented by Risky Business. I'm Jason Summer, my co-host Los, and in the middle we got my brother, Mr. Barrall, Jovan Naves. What up? What up? What up?
What's going on? How y'all?
How you doing, man?
Chilling.
Good.
Good.
Turn one down.
We really always start this off by letting the person we're interviewing define themselves. So I'm just gonna ask you, who are you?
I mean, that's tough. That's a tough question. That's a tough question. I mean, everybody call me Mr. Barrall. I mean, that's who I am. That's what I'm known for. I would say I am an entrepreneur in the city. That's motivating others and also putting the youth on. One of the ones that's just doing it hand by hand. I ain't no gatekeeper or anything like that. I want everybody to win. Highly competitive. Just father, husband. Just try to be a good dude. Try to keep his head above water. Fun loving. Enjoy making money.
Yeah, money, man.
Money's good. Money good. God's good. Money good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we'll just start it out, man. I mean, the main reason why we're here, man, the concept of Barrall. Where did it start, and how did we get all the way to where we're at today?
So Barrall started kind of as like a class project, if we were per se. That me and a partner got together, kind of both on the same things. Like we wanted to start something. I went to Wayne State University, so out in Detroit, just kind of like putting designs together and doing stuff. And we just kind of came up with Barrall, which just means like doing everything yourself, bearing it all. So we started that, kind of got the growing, kind of got some traction going, and just went up from there. So like that's back when Instagram was just started, so it was kind of like the TikTok era now. So it's like the Instagram era was just starting. So like we get people, put them in the clothes, take pictures of them, like local people. And it just got to going from there. And then we just got to building. And then I went to apprentice at a screen printing studio and started like my screen printing journey of like making Barrall and doing other people's stuff. Growing from there, that was all out in Detroit. Then got a job opportunity out here to run a screen printing studio at WMCAT, or the West Michigan Center of Arts and Technology. So I ran that screen printing studio for 2 years, ended up just opening up my own, and now this is where we at. So this screen printing studio was in the basement of my church for, I want to say like 3-4 years. We ended up purchasing this building that we in like 2 years ago now. It's like the anniversary. Like the anniversary was a couple days ago. So ended up purchasing this building, and then like just doing business, having employees, doing business, doing all of that out of our own thing is great.
Fire. So talk about the transition though. You know, you say you went from running studios to having your own studio. Is this something that you wanted already, or is this something that's like, oh, I'm already in it, I might as well keep it going?
I think when you get so like business wise, when I first started off, I think everybody wants that. Everybody looks at Barrall as like, I think it's the glory business. It's like the shine, right? Like it's like the rapper, when they really probably ain't the ones making all the money. Gotcha. And so like when I was really looking at it, I wanted like a retail store or something like that. And screen printing, it became like, man, this money coming in bulk, right? Like I ain't printing 1, 2, making $20 here and there. We making a lot of money printing for other people. Printing 50 shirts, 100 shirts, 200, stuff like that. So like when I came back to Grand Rapids, it was like, I think the company only did like maybe like 90,000 the year before I got here. The year that I ran it for the full year, they made like 225. And like I'm really the only change there. So it's like, man, I'm bringing in that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, either I need a raise or I need to be doing this on my own. And so it was the latter, and we went from there. So yeah.
So tell me about the scaling of the business though. You know, I feel like people always want to be like, okay, this working, let's scale. We need more. Tell me the importance of scaling a business, but not beyond the demand of the business?
I mean, it's scaling the business is difficult because of a lot of people want to be in their business, and then a lot of people want to be out of it. So it's one or the other. So it's a pull thing. It's really getting that form of delegation down where you have the employees and really have that have the people to lean on so you can go out and make your business bigger. But you still got to be in your business. So, like, some of the biggest business owners that I know in Grand Rapids that own some of the biggest businesses, if I pop into their office today or tomorrow, they making 20 million, 100 millions. If I pop into their office tomorrow, they there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people have this concept of like, oh, I'm going to be out of my business by then. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm cool with being here on a day-to-day basis, right? Like, in and out, doing sales, doing stuff. Like, it's still nobody in here who could probably print better than me, clean a screen better than me because I was doing all of this and stuff like this, and it just gives them the momentum of like, oh, he here. Like, yeah, like, he here. Like, I'm going to be here. So it's that. And so, like, scaling now looks like marketing, putting more dollars in, hiring more people, hiring a marketing team, going over schemes like that. And trying to build it out, stuff like that.
Amazing.
Talk about the mindset it takes to go from being an employee to an employer.
You got to be a good employee to be a good employer, for sure. Like, I ain't never heard of somebody who's a terrible employee and then started a business and was, like, great at business too. You know what I'm saying? It really don't make a lot, like, that don't make sense to me, right? Like, so, like, even when I was at the tire company or even when I was at Wimcat or something, like, I ran it like this is my business, right? So, like, stepping from Wimcat to here, my role is basically exactly the same, right? I'm just the one signing the checks, doing all the checks and balances and stuff like that. So it really starts with being able to learn and listen, and then being able to go put that out into your own matter and your own plans and stuff like that. But a lot of people just want the end game, and they don't want to go through the 80-hour work weeks and all of that. They want the end game, which is crazy.
So from like Brendan said, how did the transition from being employee to employer? Tell me about the 80-hour a week the 8-hour every 2 weeks to 80-hour weeks. You know, when you're really putting in you hear more than the employees for sure.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, back when we first started, or even when I was working at the screen printing studio in Detroit, right? So I would work my 40-hour week at a tire company, do that. I was probably like third in command there or whatnot. Do that. I would literally every day I would leave the tire company and go to the screen printing studio and then put in another 8 hours a day there. So, like, my days would start at 8 in the morning, and it would end at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 a.m. because the whole deal was as long as I got his stuff done at the screen print studio, I could print bare off. And it's like, cool, you can pay me whatever to print your stuff. Like, he had like a crazy like apprenticeship program where I was only getting paid like $5 an hour. So I wasn't making no money, but we was printing so much bare off. He'd be like, man, this is crazy. Like, you should just do this full time. Like, we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, like, I would be working like 40-40 every week. People would come visit me and stuff like that, and I'd be like, man, I'm about to hit the studio real quick, or I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can go party in a minute, but I'm gonna be at the studio. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of got everybody behind me. Like, oh, he really worked. Like, he really get busy. Like, yeah, it's nobody that's gonna outwork me. Like, that's not. It's just not a thing. And even to the day of, like, you know, employees come and go, things happen, stuff like that. So if I got to come in the middle of the night and clean screens to get us ready for the morning, it's just got to happen, right? So if I got to put my daughter to sleep, make sure my wife good, then come in at 12, 1 a.m., like, oh, man, I'm going to just vibe out and clean screens. Like, shoot, that's peaceful to me. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to sleep no way. So it's like, yo, that's peaceful for me. I come in here and do it. Stuff like that.
I don't know if I'm gonna get you in trouble with the IRS or not, but taxes, man, that's the question.
Taxes crazy.
How did you feel when you was like, man, you know, it's like I got a $50,000 check, $20,000 check, and then you talk to your CPA and you going through numbers and figuring out what you got to get to the IRS. How did that feel though?
Man, taxes is crazy. It's something that like people avoid it. So like people try to avoid taxes, but you can't because you can't buy nothing unless you do your taxes. I couldn't buy this building unless I did my taxes, and so I knew what was gonna happen from like what was we recording and doing all of this. Like I knew, but I never really lied on my numbers. So like if we had a crazy profit that year and this isn't this, like I'm about to get smacked for like 10 bands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff like people avoid it and stuff like that. And it's like, you never gonna really prosper in America unless you paying your taxes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until you get like super rich where you can do this, you gotta play the game and stuff like that. So taxes is something, but I mean, you can put it on a payment plan and do all of this stuff. So it ain't like I'm coming out of the 10 bands up front. Gotcha. Or anything like that, but it's still a thing of like, all right, now it's setting up bank accounts of like, all right, every job, this percentage of that job goes into that bank account, and stuff like this. This percentage of the job going to the employee bank account, so like we know that they got enough to get paid, and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like making sure all of that is in balance, so we good.
Gotcha.
What was like the first time you got paid off of your own creation? Like, what was that feeling like? To be like, oh shit, like I can really do. Like, how did that go in your mind?
I mean, I've been hustling a long time. I mean, we known each other forever, so I've been hustling a long time. So like, and I like street shit, but like more like ringtones. You know what I'm saying? Or making party flyers and stuff like that. Like you can make $1 off of almost anything when you know what I'm saying. So like, I always had that in my bag of like I could just make money anywhere, right? When it started to be like a thing of like bare all, when we started first doing bare all, it's like you gotta gauge if somebody like it, like you know what I'm saying. It's like do people really like this? Do people really want to hear this song? You know what I'm saying? Like you might think you dope, probably not, but you know what I'm saying. Like, do people really want to hear this? You know what I'm saying? In your head, you think you dope, but it's when like that demand starts to build of like, oh, okay, like people really like this, people really like this. Like, and now it's like it's still refreshing because we don't do bare all as often now, just because the screen printing studio is definitely taking over. It's still refreshing to like people be like, oh, bro, you Mr. Bare All, you him. Like, I'm somebody still, but like, bro, I don't even do bare all like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a passion project than anything.
I'll say this year you did one drop each month.
We tried. I think we got to 4. I think we did 4. You know, like,
I remember the joint that I did with my daughter. It's like that was 1 for 12. I think.
It was 1 for 12. We did one for my nephew after he passed. So like I think that was like 2. I think we had one more after that, and then we had the sweatsuits that came out in December. So we did 4, which is like, shoot, we straight with 4 this year. Hopefully we get to 12 next year, you know. But it's really getting, when the screen printing studio took off, it's like you have to pick, you know what I'm saying? Like, bare all is a real grind. Selling them T-shirts is a real grind, and people always want to start the clothing line, but understand, like, I make the bag off of everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And it mostly ain't clothing lines, but it's like, I mean, your elementary schools need T-shirts. Your colleges need T-shirts. Your churches need T-shirts. I'm providing all of that. You know what I'm saying? Your family reunions, all of those different things. And so when you get in that bigger bag, it's like, man, you can have a lot more enjoyment and not have to do the hand-to-hand and meet with people and all of this, because it's tough. It's tough. And be in the spotlight. You know, once you had that for so long, it's like, man, it's cool to like not be like that, you know. It's cool.
Where do you get the concepts for your designs? You know, you have like the retro, the Street Fighter joints, the Mario Kart joints. Like, where does that? Are you just kind of like scrolling through some things, or like how do you come up with that concept?
Life. I mean, it's life. So like, I mean, we all play Street Fighter and Mario Kart, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So every inspiration that I've gotten is from life. Like, the next thing we're gonna work on is country club, golf club, beer off. You know what I'm saying? I golf every day. Yeah. So I'm just doing stuff that I like and selling it to other people. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you still gonna see me wear it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think I had the NBA Jam on the other day. It didn't sell when I dropped it, but now every time I wear it, people be like, "Bro, where is that at?" Like, bro, y'all ain't getting this no more. Like it take too much to print it and do it and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the nostalgia of my life. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just the inspiration of that, or like what's going on in my life right now, right? Like I got a daughter that's running around and she loves pink. She loves purple and she loves pink. So there'll be purple and pink in my design because I'm hearing a little person all day. Pink, pink, pink. You know what I'm saying? So it's just nothing but life. I'm just giving people my life as Bear-All.
I like that. I always love hearing where people, you know, no matter if they take pictures or they, you know, make clothes or they paint, hearing what sparks the, you know, the thought of creativity is always so fire, bro. So, you know, hearing the pink, like, that's dope. I ain't gonna cap, that's dope.
So it used to be like I wanted to like compete with, you know, brands and stuff like that. But what am I really competing with? Because I don't know they back ends or like what these people are doing or, you know what I'm saying, who funding them or all that. I don't know none of that. All I know is that what we doing over here, we just gonna have fun doing it, and it's no real pressure to it. If I want to drop 30 hoodies tomorrow, ain't no pressure to move in all 30 hoodies no more and stuff like that. Like shit, they might sit upstairs or like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's sweatsuits on the table like right now. Like we did the drop, cool. People ordered them, cool. Like I think we broke even. I don't know. It ain't really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's like we put something out, we did the photo shoot, we did the thing. Like it's cool. We have fun doing it, but it's like, man, this ain't what we eating off of. This is just us having fun. Like it's just dope. Us having fun over here.
That's for sure dope. 2025, man. What that look like for Bear-All?
Just growth. So like with Bear-All and Backprint is the screen print studio where we at. So just with that, it's just nothing but growth and it's trying to scale up. It's for me, scaling means I can feed more people. I can hire more people. I can mentor more people. I can do more. I'm straight where I'm at right now, right? Like if people know me, that people know I'm good, right? Like so it's more so like how do you increase the opportunity for other people to do stuff that they love for a living or motivate other people to do things that everybody can make money off of things that they love per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some people don't know how to work for people. Some people don't have the right mentor or anything. Everybody needs a mentor, stuff like that. So like the more opportunities that I get to print for other companies, I can bring in more people, more guys, more girls, make sure that they are getting mentored and shown like, yo, this is how a business runs, this is how it goes, stuff like this. Like there is stressful points of it. I guess stressful is kind of a game for me. But there is points of it of like, we mess T-shirts up. It's a messed up T-shirt right here, right? Like we mess T-shirts up. We mess a hoodie up. Like let's not let that go out, right? Like it's cool for us to take, you know, a $10 loss on something and then let that get to the customer. And now the bank is looking at us like, bro, y'all sending us bad product. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So just stressing these things to the employees because down the line, they ain't going to have to do that to their employees. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you just want them to tighten up to build them up, you know.
You, speaking of, like, your employees, you have a constant outreach to the youth. What drove you to make that decision to constantly have youth in here? I know you kind of touched on the mentor thing, but where does that come from? Is that just something that was in your heart, or you just kind of looked out and was like, you know, I want younger people here just because, like, how did that work?
I think that I give what I needed. And so, like, I had really, really good, like, mentors growing up. And so it was never like, yeah, I can hire somebody like my age or older, and it's cool. But it was always like delegating to them. It was a little different. I don't want to like look down on them. Like I could hire some of my older cousins and stuff like that. Like, but it's like the delegation is different, right? Like the leadership is different. Like this could be just a job, but I don't want it to be just a job. I want this youth to really feel like, okay, they a part of something. This is cool,
tight
stuff like that. But also like, oh, he growing us. Like I see some of them out still, like even the ones that's not employed with me, they still check in. They still gotta, you know what I'm saying? We just doing mentoring now. You ain't getting paid, but you still checking in. You still, what's up? What's going on? Hey, I need to run this idea past you. Hey, this and that. Like even when it comes to real estate, because I own some real estate and stuff like that, it's just teaching the whole game and not like gatekeeping. You could walk past, you could talk to a person, and I used to get this all the time. I talk to a person and then like discover like they own property or like they own stuff, but like I've known you for like years and you ain't never really mentioned none of this, right? And so like I feel like that's gatekeeping. You ain't really trying to like, you ain't really trying to help me build. You trying to get a free T-shirt off of me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy. So it's really like just trying to get a game and trying to give support to the youth.
How important is ownership to you?
Oh, it's everything. It's leverage. Ownership is leverage. I own everything. Everything I do, I own. Right. So I own this building. I mean, not outright. I got a mortgage, but I own 2 duplexes. I own my house. So it's just different leverage that I have now. That when you learn business, I can manipulate money on a refinance or a HELOC or anything like that. It's just leverage. Or we could sell these and buy something else. You know what I'm saying? So like it's all the leverage in the world of ownership. And then when it's the business, it's 100% ownership. It is what it is, right? Like I'll say like if you can own 100% of nothing, right? Or like a business can come in, a person can come in and add to your business. You only own 30%, but now you own 30% of 20 million.
Tight.
You know what I'm saying? So like that 100% of nothing is like, oh, your pride right there, but it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you play the game right? How do you do it? Like we've done acquisitions. So I bought the company that I used to work for. I bought them. So like we've done acquisitions and stuff like that. And people have hit us up like, all right, so like, what if we was to come in and like do a deal with you and this and that? And it's like, if we needed the capital, yeah, but we don't yet need the capital. We kind of need to build the customer base even more because we just spent like $90,000 on the machine. So it's like that is the thing of like, man, if I really get to going, I could print 1,000 shirts an hour. So it's like we don't really need capital no more. It's more of the customers that we need now.
Tight. So with ownership, you know, for the people out there, please explain to them the difference between good credit and bad credit.
Good credit is so if we gonna explain it,
financial literacy course today.
Yeah, I'm trying to simplify it. Good credit would be like real estate, right? So it'll be like properties. It'll be something that what is the word? It'll be like appreciates. It'll be something that appreciates over time, right? So like, yeah, I have a mortgage out on my duplexes and stuff like that. Like, let's just put one out there. The first one I bought for $110. If we sold it right now, it might be $250, $260. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I have equity, but now I can pull from that equity. So that's good. That's good credit. Now I have cars, right? Like that could be bad credit. You know what I'm saying? If one of them's on the business, the rest of them are paid off. But like some people might go out and buy a G-Wagon for $100,000. And now like your business is really suffering because you got to pay that note or you got to do that. So stuff like that. So it's, you just got to look into what you buying, what you investing in, stuff like that. Like the machine that's credit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
that's
all good credit behind us, right?
That's all good credit. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff that the machine I get to take a depreciation of the machine over time for my taxes, but the machine is also creating money for us. So it's every day is creating money. So that's a good thing. Stuff like that.
I was just getting ready to say that was my next question. Like, how do you determine what's a good essential buy with your business credit? Like, what are the determining factors before you make that purchase?
What's gonna make the business better? And so, I mean, we were manually printing T-shirts for 8 years. We were manually printing T-shirts, and you could just only do so much. You go max out, right? And so with this machine, I got one of the smallest ones you can get, but now we know like we have our ceiling is up. ceiling is higher, right? And so like now we plan 2 to 3 years out. Right. Like the building gonna have to get bigger, right? Either the building got to get bigger or we got to get a new building, right? So like we got to get more jobs in. We got to figure out how to get in front of more people and stuff like that. We got to get more reliable employees, stuff like that. So it's really what's gonna affect the business in a positive way, and something that we can afford.
Yeah, that boy lost for words right now.
No, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that breakdown, bro, because it, being able to bring this to y'all, as far as that good credit, bad credit, like, I went my whole life, bad credit, I'm saying, oh man, gotta get these J's, man. Like I probably bought these on bad credit, what I'm saying? Years ago, I was just telling him I got these back in 2016. Mm-hmm. I just, it's just so important to, stretch the importance of, good credit, bro. I feel like I want to do it. Like this is doing it right here. We in, our own space, what I'm saying, by bro, and it's just amazing, bro.
And that's really another thing of like giving back to the youth with me is that like everybody didn't have the opportunity to grow up in the same household as me. Like my mom was really on credit. I've always had really good credit because of the way my mom looked at it. My parents looked at it, right? So like everybody don't have that same opportunity. Everybody's parents aren't financially savvy or aren't, you know what I'm saying? They just trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine. And then it's like, all right, we get the glorification of the Jordans, of the things, right? And like I used to tell like my little brothers, like, yeah, I got Jordans. I probably have like 100 to 150 pair. Like that's cool. That's all cash though, right? Like it's never, we not going in debt over no Jordans. Like all of these can go. These can be sold at any point. Tight. You know what I'm saying? If we start going underneath, God forbid. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things of like we don't need to look no certain way or be no certain thing. Like we need to get assets and build that and grow with that. And so like a lot of the times it's really like trying to help the youth think that way. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Yeah.
Who were those people that you looked up to that, kept you pushing? You know what I'm saying? Whenever you were like, maybe you was in a tough spot or you was in an uncertain place, like who was it? And I mean, it could be like people you listen to or like whoever inspired you, whoever that is.
Yeah, so, I mean, just on a local basis, Jerry Bishop for sure. That's like a dad to me. He's like a dad to the community.
He's okay. He's okay.
He's that guy. He's okay. He's really that guy. He's really that. He's really that guy.
Yeah, shout out Bishop.
Yeah. So him, a guy named Mike, my uncle Mike. He's out in Detroit. White man, super dope. Mike Cordy. Ron Waters. So he was the screen printing studio I apprenticed for. I ended up like running his studio, and now we like brothers in it, right? So like I don't know whose studio bigger. He the big brother, so he gonna say his studio bigger, but I don't think he doing the numbers that I'm doing. So I don't know. It's a back and forth, but he gives the competitiveness of this, right? Like all of this, like, oh, what your studio doing? Like, what your studio doing? Like, but why you take me off of the back end of your numbers? Well, I can't see your numbers no more. So stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So all of those type of things. I mean, when it if you go further, go deeper, like. I mean, Jay-Z or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a music listener. I ain't really, no offense, but I don't really listen to, like, a lot of podcasts or something like that. I just kind of, like, listen to music all day. So Jay-Z, J. Cole's, all that Nip. Obviously, Nip. Everybody want to be Nip. Everybody don't want to live like Nip. Or everybody don't want to take the risk or do the thing. Everybody just want to. The glorification of looking like Nip or being like Nip. Of
course.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know what Nip was really like. They know what he was about and like all of this, but it's so deep in his words. Like he's prophetic for real. Stuff like that. Like he's like Jay-Z simplified. What is it? Jay-Z for dummies for real. So
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? He was really just simplifying it for everybody and showing people how to go get it. Stuff like that, but like just coming up in a competitive family, Nardo, Quentin, all of that.
Yeah, shout out Nardo and Quentin.
You know what I'm saying? Coming up in a competitive family where like you could see Like, all right, like you just can't be no bum over here. Stuff like that. It makes it better. It makes it a lot better.
So what does success look like to you though? Like what's your definition of winning?
Freedom. Right? So like people glorify a number. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be this. I want to be all of that. I want to be able to go golf at 3. I want to be able to go. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go to Houston tomorrow if I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go to Japan in April. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Japan tomorrow. Like it's the freedom is success for me. That's wealth, right? When you get to time is wealth. When you get to pick what you doing with your time, that's wealth. I don't have to. Nobody's telling me, hey, you need to be here at such and such time. If you're telling me that, it has to be a crazy check coming, right? Sure. It has to be something. Has to be something coming where I feel like, man, I gotta be there at this and that time. Like it has to be something other than that. It's flexible, and that's what's really good about a screen printing studio and the screen printing business. And I'm not saying everybody go start one because y'all have to compete against me, and that's not a good thing. But that's really good about a flexible business like this where it's not all the glory. We putting T-shirts, we putting people on, stuff like that. But think about retail where you got to be there from 9 to 5. You can't really take no time off. Yep. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody really going to be looking for you. Stuff like that. So it's just completely different. So just thinking of the mindset, success is freedom for me.
Type. Yeah. I feel like we over glorify in the black community that you got to be, a rapper or you got to be, I was telling, Chase the other day when we was talking, like, you got to be a ball player, congratulations on winning the Link Up award. Tell me, tell the people how that feel, like, we always, it got to be a Grammy, it got to be an Emmy. Like, you won an award and was highlighted, as a businessman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell me how that feels.
So winning any award, winning Link Up, that's great. I won a Grab Award. I think I won a couple more. I won
Star Garden.
I won the Star Garden 20K from Star Garden and stuff like that. So like winning awards is great to be like highlighted, like you as a business, and so like you become. I'm in my own sport. Like this is my own sport. I think entrepreneur is a very cliche word, and it's almost scammy at this point. Like, bro, I'm an entrepreneur. That's like, real. What do you do though? Like, what do I make T-shirts? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I own real estate. What do you do? So like, I'm a person that like you can't come in the room and be like, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, but what do you do? You know what I'm saying? So, I think that people should look past the, you know what I'm saying? But entrepreneurship. It's my sport. Like let's really get down to the numbers, the nitty gritty of it, and see where we going from there. That's what I like. I like that.
The thing I love about this dude is every time you'll tell him, you know what I'm saying. I remember we was talking about the music stuff, and he was like, "How do you make money from it?"
How do you make money?
That's the first question he always asks. If you have any idea, the first thing he always gonna ask you is, "Okay, how you making money from it?"
Like, if you want a nonprofit, you want a nonprofit. That's cool. Right. That's cool. But if you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine too, right? Like, but at the same time, like, if you want to be successful at this thing, you're like, in life, if you want freedom, like, how do you make money off of this thing so it can create freedom for you?
For sure.
Yeah.
How do you, and something you just saying, difference between, like, we always say it, like a lot of cats be like, it's just an expensive hobby versus like it's real business. You know what I'm saying? What is it that separates those people that do you feel like makes it into a real business? Like why do some people go there and some people just stay kind of on the lowest level?
I mean, it's I would say it's marketing, it's putting yourself out there, but it's really like knowing your numbers. Like it's nothing but a math problem at any day and time. Like, what's your margins? What's your numbers? What can you afford to do? What can you not afford to do? All of those things. Like, numbers is really the most important part of business, right? Like, you'll get the rest of it other places, but to really like get your numbers down is like everything. Like, it becomes an expensive hobby because you don't know your numbers. You don't know that you're losing every drop that you do for T-shirts because you need to sell 20 of them joints, but you probably only sold like 5, and that was your family, and they ain't coming around for the second drop. They already got the first drop. You know what I'm saying? So like you be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so you have a brand, but it ain't really profitable. So it's like, yeah, you got a business, but it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got the LLC, so it's cool. But you know what I'm saying? It might be a thing of like, this is just an expensive hobby for you until you kind of figure it out and start to go there. So when you start getting bigger checks or bigger attention and stuff like that, and being able to pay yourself and pay other people, then you got it.
So, the podcast is called The Risk Takers. What was it like for you, I guess, that first big risk, if you can remember taking? Like, what was that transition like from a mental standpoint? Like, do you remember moments of anxiety and kind of being like, oh, shit, I'm not sure if this is going to work? Like, and then how did you, like, work through that for yourself?
Yeah, that's why I don't sleep. That's probably why I don't sleep, because I remember being broke. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no sleep in there. And so, like, I've tried to be self-employed twice. And so the first time, it was too reliant on other people. So it was too reliant on other people. It fell apart to the point of, like, I needed to get a job. Fortunately, WMCAT came around, and it kind of showed me, okay, like, I can be self-reliant on myself for what we doing, and I can bring in a bag that way. And so, like, when it became more self-reliant and not so reliant on other people, that's when it really became a thing. But yeah, I remember the anxiety, the everything like that. Like, it all, you know what I'm saying? It all goes together. Like, I still get anxiety from time to time now when we slow, right? Like, November was a weird slow month. Like, it was a slower month. It's like, man, what's going on? Like, ain't something. I mean, we still gonna have Christmas and everything, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe these employees ain't getting nothing this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But December came
Maybe
around.
not going to Houston tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe we ain't going to Houston tomorrow. Maybe we just go to Atlanta or something. Maybe we just go ATL. Detroit, maybe. We can drive there. Stuff like that, where it starts to pick up because you know your customer base. You know the ebbs and flows. I mean, it's just everything was weird in November. We got a president and everything like that. So, like, you got to look at the bigger scale of things and just never panic. You never panic. It's like swimming. If you panic, you die. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep paddling. Keep doing it.
A fire quote I heard this year. It said, "If your ass woke up broke, your ass should have never went to sleep."
Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
So you made me think of that when you said that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's faith building, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? God is real. Like, it's a real thing. Your faith is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have, like, backbones and leadership and being known to be led. Like, I have mentors to this day. I pick up more mentors, like, to this day, because there's more things that I need to learn. There's more things that I need help with. And stuff like that, but, like, it all culminates in bigger things. You know, where you want to go. Like, it's just where you want to go. What's the idealized? Don't let anybody give you your dream of, like, this is what it should look like, or this is what it should be. Like, I don't know. I know somebody making $20 million a year and they ain't too healthy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They stressed all day. This isn't that. Like, man, you make all this money, you stressed. You know what I'm saying? Because money don't erase all your problems. You know what I'm saying? It might just give you more.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You might have been straight back then. You know what I'm saying? Where you only had you to worry about. Now you worried about a 30-person team. And you worried about all of this. You worried about what's going on at home. All of this stuff. So it's definitely you got to look at the pros and cons of everything.
How important would you say, you mentioned that you religious, praise God. How much would you say prayer and manifestation really played a part in, where you went today?
I would say a lot. I would say, like, I didn't grow up on it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of met it as an adult. And so, like, Jerry gave it to me, put me on game stuff. Shout out to Life Quest Outreach Center, stuff like that. And so, like, to not grow up on it, I get to look at it from a different angle of, like, people that just grew up in the church. Because, like, I guess it's something different for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, it was like, okay, like, you know rappers, like, you know what I'm saying, they kind of glorify like pastors trying to get over on you and drive Benzes and stuff like that. At the same time, like, your pastor not supposed to like ride a good car or something like that, or like that, not even knowing that your pastor has another job. Like, your pastor go work at GM and then he come, you know what I'm saying, or your pastor really not taking no check from the church or something like that. Like, it's a nonprofit, bro. Like, they feed and they didn't pay all these people bills and did all of this. So like, they putting in our mind, you know, like, this is a negative thing. Like, church is a negative thing. But when I kind of found out for myself, because I'm a very skeptical person of everything. But now being with a stand-up dude who like, yo, I just fed all of these families, this and this. I ain't took no check from the church. I've been had it. You know what I'm saying? So it made everything like feel real to me. Like, this is real.
That's one thing I definitely will give Jerry a shout out about. He very transparent enough to let you know, like, yeah, I'm not. All these cars is paid for. My house, all these things are already taken care of. So I'm not, and so that it definitely puts a lot of ease. If you go on a life quest, man, because a lot of people think that way, and it's like, no, that's not true at all.
Like, you don't need the newest thing or all of that. Like, you know, like, you straight with a 92 Lexus. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it clean, keeping it maintained, stuff like this. I'm straight with my house. The house used to be in the hood. Now it's a $400,000 house, and they didn't gentrify it, and I still stay there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of those things that people not realizing, is that just getting new and bigger and better, it's eventually could backfire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, God gave you this thing, like, you should just take care of this thing, and like, maybe you could grow into something if it happens, but you have this thing right now. That's the blessing.
He's a true testament in patience. Yep. Definitely.
Yep. Because your opportunity is coming. You just gotta know when to see it and stuff like that. And then when it comes, hop on it. But it's been so many opportunities that like I've seen him take, and then like for me, so many opportunities that you won't find a building that was as cheap as this building. And it was like, now this building is tripled in value and stuff like that over the 2 years. And it's like, I don't know how I got this opportunity, but thank God. You know what I'm saying? It's only God. You can't explain some of this stuff, you know? So stuff like that.
You married, right?
Yeah.
Tell me the importance, you know, that your wife, you know, playing.
Oh, that's my partner.
She make him look good.
She makes me look good, dog. She makes me look good.
It's an ugly boy.
I'm cute. I'm handsome. But no. She's the paperwork, really. So like, when you was talking about taxes and stuff like that, I was the pursuit of happiness dude. Like, when they reached into your bank account and like took the money, I was like, no, that's my money. You can't take my money. No, that's my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had that happen. And so like, she is like, because it's like I'm running a business and doing all of these things, and I'm trying to keep up, but it's like, man, it's like being a single parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know what I'm saying? If you don't have help. And so she came and is the other parent to this business. So like, when we need the responsibilities of like sitting down and doing taxes, I'm like, oh my God, like, all right, like, let's do it. Okay. You know, but she really like, all right, we got to do taxes today. We got to get them out of the way. Or it could be the other way, and they could take from that account. Like, yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So like, just having a partner that's being there for me, and like the mental capacity and understanding, like, all right, like, he got a lot going on, like, let me handle the home front, or let me do this and that, stuff like that. It's like, it's nothing better in this world. Like, I don't know, if she left, I'm going too, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, you know, go back to Jerry. One of his favorite quotes is, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and favor.
Yeah.
Can you speak to the testament of that scripture?
Yeah, I mean, look, I would say, even like, I went from like not eating regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like, people thought I had it then. Like, they thought I had it then. Like, I was living off of like hot fries and Powerades. You know what I'm saying? Like, just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Grinding on a day-to-day basis. And then to meet a person that's like, I'll go to the studio with you. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? And she is an engineer. Like, you an engineer, you work at and when you have a really good job and you down to be in the basement of my church with me printing these T-shirts, like, oh, okay, like, bet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then for us to just grow so fast, right? We went from having one property to now having 4 properties. We went from having $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 business to doing $350,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those things of like, man, that's just favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these jobs, I don't even know where some of these jobs come from or what's happening. She responding to emails and doing stuff and like having to helping take care of a 2-year-old, right? Like, and it's a girl, so she on her all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely favor to have her around every day. Like, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think when us three, Los and his fiance, we were at the beer and wine festival. We sat down and we was talking about that. And I think I told you, like, that's him and Christina are one of those couples that when they walk in the room, you can feel the power of them too. And then especially now that the baby here now, like, it's just, you feel that power. You know what I'm saying? You feel that love. And that's true testament of a real relationship. A lot of people just be with somebody just to be with somebody. And I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna be with somebody, I need that. Yeah. When I walk in the room, you feel that. That's that real love. Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely everybody likes her more than they like me. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's because
I'm
you a word I'm not even gonna say on.
I'm a very likable guy, but in that sense of like, even a person who can speak, right? A person like, I've had people around and like, you're not gonna speak? Like, how I can't even get you into a conversation, like stuff like that. Where like, my wife gonna talk. She gonna, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be that person that I need her to be. And it's not like she being phony. She just being herself. She is that person that I needed. And so, like, to have that is invaluable. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can take all the rest of it away. Like, as long as I got my wife and my daughter, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I can figure the rest of it out.
Type B. Yeah. I had to ask that question because, you know, you on a higher level, you know, that at one point I want to get to. That's how I feel like, you know what I'm saying, with Shorty and shit.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, no,
she caught off work, you know what I'm saying, to work the boards and the camera and shit, you know, so.
Well, you got an important guest here. So, you know what I'm saying?
Type B. I'm on my way to that 350, you know what I'm saying? I thought I asked a question, though, for sure, for people at home who need to hear that, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely a big deal. It's a big deal. It's the most important decision of your life. Have fun with it. Do the wedding up. Spend crazy money. Or
how about all that?
Don't even. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the best day of your life.
We're gonna lock down that beer all sponsors. It's gonna get taken care of.
It's the best day of your life, right?
Type B.
It's the best. I can't describe a better day than getting my partner for life. Like, it's the best day of my life. Like, I would have spent more. People be like, the wedding for the wife. Like, shit, I love the wedding. Like, for me too. Like, I don't know what you talk about. I wanted this too. I dreamed of this too. Stuff like this. So it's definitely,
you don't hear men talk like that.
No, it's definitely a big deal. It wasn't nothing. Like, I didn't make no decisions. Don't get me wrong. I didn't make no decisions, but I said yes.
The biggest decision of all.
I said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, you want this or this? Yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that she doing it because I got the business to run and stuff like that. But it's like, man, that day is like the best day. All your family and friends is together to watch you marry the person that you gonna be with for the rest of your life. Like, man, ain't no better day than this.
I was just watching a movie.
No better day than this.
I can't remember what movie it was, but the dude was like, he was talking to somebody else. He was like, man, the best thing that humans has ever come up with is your marriage day. Mm-hmm. The greatest celebration on earth.
Mm-hmm. So, yep.
I agree with that. I mean, I'm enjoying the process, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's a process for sure. It's a process for sure, and like doing it, and like, yeah. Weddings is cool. It's exciting. It's dope. Definitely marry the person that your heart goes to and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's great.
Type B.
Great. Yeah.
Type B.
It's amazing.
Anything you gotta say in closing?
Yeah. Give me the your 5 keys to running the business. That's mindset, actions, whatever. 5 of them.
1 is consistency. Like, you got to show up every day, and I don't get no days off, but I wouldn't want none. like mentally and anything like that. So I could be in Dubai sending emails because like it's just all fun to me. Like it's all cool. So it's like just the consistency of it. Customer service, making sure your customers are happy. Things are gonna happen. Mistakes are gonna happen. You're not doing everything. You're not perfect at everything. Stuff like that. But making sure your customers are taken care of is A1. Employee appreciation, employee retention, stuff like that. Making sure that your employees feel appreciated enough to show up. Stuff like that. We in a different time where like you just not getting a person that's miserable coming to work no more, right? Like they will just not show up no more. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Just making sure they're appreciated and stuff like that because they are helping you build your dream. They're helping you achieve your goals at life. So stuff like that. Know your numbers. That's number 4. Know your numbers up and down, back and right, this and that. I literally check my bank account 10 times a day. I literally check my credit cards 20 times a day. I literally check how much we sold this year compared to how much we sold last year. I check that like once a week. I know the numbers by heart. I just wanted to check it. Like, look, all right, this and that. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is the goal, stuff like that. So know your numbers, stuff like that. 5 would be have faith, but then faith in strategic goals, right? Like I can't next year be like, I want to make $1 million if I did 350 this year. Like it's just not. It's not a realistic goal. Like it's not realistic. Now we could set it for $1 million. If I hit $1 million, then shoot, that's a home run. But I mean, when you really look at the numbers of like what businesses do, and this and that, like it's usually a 20% to 30% growth is good enough. Is good. You know what I'm saying? So if I do 420, stuff like that, then I hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you're aiming for those goals and checking on those goals on a weekly, monthly basis. And then like, I'm a person to tell people my goals. I wish you would tell me I can't do something. I wish you would. And stuff like that. So I'm a person to tell the goals. I ain't with J. Cole on that. Like, don't tell nobody goals so they can't shoot down your dreams. I wish you would shoot at my dream. I wish you would. Stuff like that. So, but no, those is the 5 keys to business for me.
You ain't really bring this person up, man, but I know how big Kobe is to you. You know, we talk about the competitiveness.
Oh, yeah,
and you ain't bring that person up. But, yeah, you definitely listening to you. I can tell. You be like, this dude is a Kobe fanatic.
Kobe
like,
Bryant or Kobe Buffkin?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm super competitive when it comes to anything. I mean, we could be playing darts. We could be playing pool. We could be playing spades. I don't care if we playing go fish. I got to win. And so, like, it's a gift and a curse. And it's knowing how to reel it in with some things. But at the end of the day, like, when you really think of, like, competitors and your favorite competitors and your favorite people, like, even Tiger, I heard Tiger Woods interviews. He like, bro, he's like, I'm just competitive. I got to win at everything. It's cards. Even Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
like, bro,
ultimate.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here mediocre at anything. And, like, that's one thing my wife be like, you just go all in at everything. Like, I started golfing 6 months ago. Now I golf every day. You know what I'm saying? Because I go golfing with people, and these dudes is crazy. They've been doing it for 10, 15 years, but forget that. I got to beat these people, right?
Sure.
I'm the same with bowling, right? Like, I'm him out there, you know? But it takes time to get there. But with the freedom that you get from your job and being successful, you can do it a little bit more than everybody else do it, so you can catch them, stuff like that. So, yeah.
So obviously, it took decades to, for you to get to this point. What do you got to say to, somebody who want to pick up, doing their own clothes or, doing clothes for other people? What's a few tools that they need to start?
I would say do research. So it's just like writing a book report, or not even a book report. It's like writing a thesis, or you know what I'm saying? Like, grad class, final paper, 100 pages, stuff like this. Like, you couldn't tell me about a brand that I didn't know, like from FUBU to Polo to, you know what I'm saying, the Pink Dolphin, the Diamond Supply, all of these brands, to even local GRUSA, all of these brands. I wanted to crush everybody. You know what I'm saying? But like you gotta know about them. You gotta know what's going on. And then it went from like me like I don't want to crush everybody. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do my own thing. But being a competitor, at first you just want to crush everybody, and everybody want to crush you. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to a certain level, it's like this ain't really even a competition. We all in our own. I wouldn't say we in our own lane. Right. We got our own thing. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like you gonna do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. You know what I'm saying? You're going to figure that out. But the research behind any business you going to start, especially if you love it, like I loved graphic design. That's what I went to school for. I loved graphic design. I wanted to work for Nike. Then I wanted to be Nike. So it's like just the growth of that and figuring that out and then like figuring out what I love next. Like my real like love and aspiration is really like mentorship. It's really like if I could just get paid, I really do get paid to do it. We just do T-shirts in the meantime. Like that's really the thing that I love to do. Like being able to like speaking to the youth, but even like adults, right? Like I mean, there's people older than me. Like Brennan, older than a mug, he still listening to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So like
1 year,
it's those things of like you can speak into people. And your journey can affect other people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how do you help? How can you do this? That's I'm so passionate about that. Like people ask me for interviews or ask me to talk to you. I usually do it all for free. Like, yo, I'm about to pop in and do it all for free. Especially if like y'all printed with me and bought my stuff, I'll do it for free. Now, if I don't know you or nothing like that, I'm gonna send an invoice. But other than that, like, yeah, like that's it. That's it for me.
I got one more question because I know this person is watching. Mm-hmm. Who bodied who on Money Trees? Did Kendrick body J-Rock or did J-Rock body Kendrick?
J-Rock got him. J-Rock almost always gets him, though. He's sneaky. He's sneaky good. We expect a lot from Kendrick, which, you know what I'm saying, he delivers. You know what I'm saying? He don't get bodied by, like, regular people, but TDE, They, you know what I'm saying? Schoolboy done got him, done snuck him a couple times, bro. Like the Schoolboy will get you. You know what I'm saying? Absol, you know, he said it. Like Absol was the nicest pen, and like really coming up when you listen to the Black Hippie stuff, like Absol used to like murder them. You know what I'm saying? and so like who won Vice City? Like who? Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I wouldn't say it was Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I think
that's real.
I wouldn't say it was Kendrick, but you know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, it's But the Money Trees question, for sure. J-Rock got it. I mean,
J-Rock probably got him on Wild Freestyle too, man.
Oh yeah, he did.
But a lot of times though, with the J-Rock and Kendrick though, you know, J-Rock kind of invite Kendrick over. You know,
he do.
He kind of Kendrick trying to jump on what J-Rock already got flowing and already got going. So I mean, I get that to Kendrick though on that for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Nah, I just know that one person watching gonna be in their feelings about this.
You gonna be a little mad. It's all right.
He gonna call you.
He'll be all right.
Anything else in closing?
Nah, man, I'm good.
You wanna bless the guests this time.
We appreciate you being here. This is definitely
you got the bottle. What's up?
Yeah. So you know, the sponsor.
Pour up. We got work tomorrow.
Got
working tomorrow.
It's cool. Yeah. So you know. We got our sponsor, Stock the Bar. Shout out to Mr. Daryl Reese. We like to give this to all of our risk takers. Thank you for the sponsorship. Yes, sir. This is yours, sir. So you get to take that with you, man. We appreciate you being on the show.
So each episode, we like to highlight risk takers, and
I like this.
With Stock the Bar being our official sponsor.
Either. I'm from Grab, but I don't think I had this.
Tell them where to get it at.
You can get it at all Myers across the Midwest. You can get it from damn near hella corner stores. You can get it almost everywhere, but my favorite place to get it is the AC Hotel, because AC Hotel is the only bar I've been to, and I've been all around the world this year.
AC, we need a sponsorship at this point.
AC got to holler at me because I've been to Dubai, I've been to Japan, I've been everywhere this year, and y'all the only motherfuckers that got Stock the Bar vodka lemonade, mix. Y'all using fresh lemonade, bro. So if you're ever in GR, man, you gotta hit the AC Hotel.
Get the AC, get that Stock the Bar with the lemonade. And then the last other question I'm gonna let you handle. Nominating.
Oh yeah. For the next episode, who you recommend. Tell the camera, who you recommend and who you want to see on the next episode.
is
anybody you feel like is a risk taker, you can give us more than one if you got like 2 or 3.
Because this the invitation to the show.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry Bishop for sure.
Definitely.
Get him on here. You know who low key, super super dope, like ownership, everything like this. It's Lakeisha. Her main name is Mays. It's Kason. Lakeisha Kason. She's super dope. She owns hair. She don't get enough like credit for what she do. She owns a hair salon and hustle and stuff like that. She don't get enough credit. She do ownership stuff like that. Like she had her own. She owns her own building and stuff like this. She don't get enough credit. Who else, man? It's so many like good. I wouldn't say it's so many good entrepreneurs, but it's trying to think of a couple more to shout them out. Daryl Ross, if y'all can get Daryl Ross, owner of 40 Acres.
Yep.
And,
we can get anybody on the show for sure.
We're gonna figure it out.
If y'all can get Daryl Ross, that would be great. You get him to sit down and actually talk, that would be great. And having it at 40 Acres would be dope. Man, he got a lot. That would be the big dog. That would be the big dog. Sarah, I cannot think of her last name. She owns Mixed Staffing.
Oh, okay.
She's super dope. She's super dope. Jermaine Preble.
Okay.
Hemmed. He get it out the mud. He do what he do. What else? Who other ones? I think we good with that list.
Yeah,
I think that list is pretty good.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
For sure.
Yep. All right, man.
Tell the people where you can where they can find you at.
Screen printing is backprint.com. So if any orders, 24 shirts or more, anything we can print it, we can make it, get it done.
That's your business name, Backprint.
Backprint is the screen print.
Oh, I didn't know you had 2 different.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
got you.
Bear All is a clothing. Backprint is a screen.
Got you. I thought Bear Pro was
BAC
Bear All
print.
was
So
the-
Bear All Clothing prints.
Fire.
Backprint. BearAllClothing.com, BAREALL clothing.com is where you can get the merch. We got sweatsuits. We got 9 colors right now. It's crazy. It's 9. It's 9 colors is crazy. So they're all nice, very, very high quality.
Definitely.
Stuff. We love them. Stuff like that. So that's where you can get in touch with me. Instagram, Bear All Clothing, Backprint. I got my own Jovan Naves. Those is where you can get me at. TikTok, I think it's Bear All Clothing. Twitter, I don't really use it. I just use it to get shoes, stuff like that. But yeah, LinkedIn. I'm Jovan Naves. I'm a regular guy for real.
Yes, dude.
Crazy. Anything else you want to say in closing?
Yeah. I mean, just in closing, make sure that you're working every day at your craft. The 1% better thing is a real thing. Make sure that you're keeping good people around you. It's cool to be different. It's cool to get rid of people or, to distance yourself from people that, you might have grew up with them. You might have, been through things with these people, but these people aren't healthy for your growth, and they're not prepared for your growth. Stuff like that. So don't be afraid to walk alone for a bit, because there's always somebody walking with you. 2 footsteps in the sand. You know what I'm saying? So so it's those type of things that to build a good business and be a good person. Sometimes you got to just step out there by yourself. Everybody's not going to go with you. And everybody's not designed to go with you.
Sure.
Right? Your journey is your journey. And y'all may meet up at a later date, but it's only one person that can climb that ladder right now. You might be carrying that other person up there. So,
Appreciate you for
appreciate
you for coming on, man. Type B.
Anytime.
That's it. The risk takers. We appreciate you tuning in.
Go Lions.
Risky business. Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go Ravens.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.